Hi, this is Chris and I'm Michelle, and this is Able Journey, and today we're going to do something a little bit different, and we're going to do some questions that we often get asked about our life, his life, all that sort of things. This is just our personal experiences, and we hope it encourages somebody. We picked this first one. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself before you had multiple sclerosis, before you were diagnosed?
I was an active guy, I guess. I snow skied, went to a lot of rock concerts, a lot. Then I joined the military. I was in a 4-year stint so far, and I got diagnosed.
And that leads into the next question. When were you diagnosed, and what was that moment like?
I was diagnosed November 1st of 2004, and I knew nothing about MS. And I thought it was a death sentence. So I was pretty upset. Then I did a lot more research and found out it's not really a death sentence, just debilitating.
And what were your first symptoms like?
In August of 2004, I had eye pain and blurriness in my left eye. I was on vacation, didn't think anything about it. Went home, a week later, still there. I was told to go to optometry. They said it looked like optic neuritis. Sent me to an ophthalmologist, which sent me to an MRI. So all in all, it took November to
August to November?
August to November.
Which for MS is actually pretty fast diagnosis.
Yeah, a lot of people get diagnosed. They take some years.
Takes years, yeah. So that was pretty quick. So what does a good day versus a bad day look like for you?
Good day, I'm feeling good. I could go out, watch TV. I could.
Not having a lot of spasms.
Yeah, the spasms, yeah.
That's a big one.
That's a killer one. I just get out and about, what I could do. Bad day is, I feel really tired, which is normal. So the bad days are just, I'm really, really tired. Optic neuritis gets worse. Yeah, it's just the fatigue.
Bladder spasms too.
Yeah, but that's a whole nother story.
Well, we don't have to tell the whole story, it's just that you also get bladder spasms.
Yeah, I do.
What is the hardest part of living with MS?
Not being able to do the things I used to do. I was pretty active.
Snow ski, he used to snow ski when he was younger.
Yeah, that was my life and passion. I joined the military. I wanted to go far in the military. I loved it.
And you were in the military for 10 and a half years.
Yeah, I was able to do 10 and a half.
Yeah. What is something people misunderstand about MS?
Ooh. I get told a lot that, isn't that scoliosis? They always ask me that question.
different things.
Yeah, it's weird. And I have cognitive issues. So what did you ask me again?
Multiple sclerosis is lesions on the brain and spine. So the myelin sheath gets, what do you call it?
Eaten away?
Basically eaten away because his body is attacking that myelin sheath. And so the wrapping around the nerves is what that is, and the body's attacking that, or that's what causes the issues like, not being able to use certain muscles, things like that. What helps you mentally on the hard days?
I will watch TV, veg out, play music. I just tend to ignore it.
I don't know as much ignoring it as you know it's going to pass.
I don't know, I just adapt to it.
And you have me. Just kidding.
Cats, the dogs, all of them. All make me feel good.
Oh, yeah. Moving on to questions about the power chair. What was it like emotionally to start having to use a power chair?
I hated it. I felt like my world ended. I was able to do more stuff in a power chair. Like I can go to sleep, I can move around, all that. But I just really did not like the power chair. I'd rather be in a manual.
But saying that, why can't you use a manual chair?
Can't move my arms.
Yeah, so a power chair is necessary.
I'm able to do more stuff. I can go out, I can still do stuff. I can travel. I don't get tired as much. In reality, it's great.
Well, maybe not great,
Well, it's
but
helpful.
helpful, yeah. What is something that people don't realize about accessibility?
They don't understand there's different types. So,
One of the things that we often find ourselves saying is that the ADA rules that, for public spaces, that's bare minimum requirements. So just because a place says that they are ADA compliant does not mean that they are accessible to everybody who would like to come in. For instance, we've been to many places that don't even have a big enough space in the bathroom for somebody to be able to transfer from their wheelchair onto the toilet, or even, sorry about the clicking, our dog is walking by, or even
no elevators.
no elevators. There was this brand new music venue that didn't even have an elevator. They had this lift thing, and it had a maximum weight requirement, and all of the ADA seating was on the second floor. So I couldn't even ride the lift with him because it made us over the weight limit, because his power chair is 450 pounds all by itself. And then I had to go all the way around, use the stairs to go upstairs and come back and meet him at the top to help him get off. So that was crazy. And that was a brand new building. So insane.
And when I called code about it, they said they were compliant.
They were ADA compliant, so that's all that's needed.
Yep.
Yeah. Restaurants especially, a lot of times will pull up to a table and the legs underneath it are in such a way that he can't pull all the way up to the table because the legs are in the way. So having tables that have a space where a wheelchair user can come underneath the table and sit at the table like anybody else. I could go on and on. so I won't rant for you. Yeah, so just remember that to ask questions. So if you work in an environment where you're going to be coming across people with that use wheelchairs or have a different way of communicating or just have different kinds of needs, then just ask them, what can I do to make this more accessible for you? And they will be more than willing to tell you. Okay, so how has MS changed our relationship? So we got married after he was already diagnosed by 10 years. So we got married in 2014. He was already diagnosed and he was using a wheelchair at that time. So that's when we met and got married. But at that time he was using a manual chair. I think you had power wheels at the time. Yeah, he had power wheels at the time.
I don't think I did.
Yeah, you did, because I'd never seen power wheels like that before, so that was new to me. But yeah, so that's when we met, and then it's progressed since then. So he went from a manual chair to using power wheels on that manual chair where he can like touch them and they just start to go. And then he progressed into the power chair. I think you're on your third different power chair with different things.
Yeah.
So he used to be able to use his joystick to move on his own, but now he has the sip and puff and the head controls to turn and all of that. So nothing's really changed, just the different ways that he can get about and do things.
Yep.
What are you most grateful right now for? Okay, well, let's try that again. What are you most grateful for right now?
I'm really grateful I met you. I'm grateful I'm alive.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know.
I am grateful for the VA, and I know that a lot of people have really bad things to say about the VA, and I won't lie, we've had some pretty bad experiences with the VA. However, there have been some fantastic people at the VA that really care, really love what they're doing. For instance, currently his primary care physician is a phenomenal doctor. She listens. She takes time to stop and talk to us, like in the hallways. Just a phenomenal person. She remembers things. She super helpful.
I've had some good doctors and some bad doctors.
Yeah.
Bad nurses. Good nurses.
Yeah. The only thing we consistently don't like is if he's admitted to the hospital and he can't be on the SCI floor. If he's sent, what we just call it, upstairs, and those nurses do not know how to help him. They're not trained in how to handle a person that needs total care. And so they often will not come in when his food arrives, and then it gets cold to help him eat. So if I'm not there during meal times, then that sucks. As with pretty much anything, there's the good and the bad, right? Yeah. Let's see.
Should put it at this point that if you are a veteran, please check into the VA. You will like it a lot. And it's helpful.
It is helpful. And even if you don't use them, with the clippy clips.
Yeah.
Lay down. Even if you don't consistently use them, at least go ahead and be registered with the VA so that if you need them, you can use them, because that's your right as a veteran. Okay, what would you want caregivers or spouses to understand?
I don't know. I really don't.
I think what I've learned as a caregiver and a spouse is I really don't feel it's necessary to separate the two. So a lot of times he'll say, are you feeling more like a caregiver than a spouse? I kind of feel like there's not really a separation needed, because as a spouse, I want to help take care of my husband, right? So no matter what that looks like. So if he was perfectly able-bodied and could do things on his own, goes out and works, during the week and does all the things that an able-bodied person does, and then all of a sudden he's in an accident and then now it needs total care like he does, I mean, that wouldn't be any different to me than him having MS. So I don't really differentiate the two, I guess is what I'm saying. And then to add to that, I think that trying to empathize with him on how he's feeling in certain situations, which I'm not perfect at by any means. So sometimes might be feeling a little emotional about something that is bothering him that he can't do. And I might just kind of glide over it because in my mind that's just kind of expected. But he's gone from being a perfectly able-bodied person to not. So of course it's going to affect the way that he feels. And I need to be better at not just glossing over that and kind of sitting with him for a while.
Yeah. No, I'm joking.
What would you say to somebody who was just diagnosed with MS or any other debilitating illness like that?
Do a lot of research on what you have. And remember, it's not the end of the world. There's always people out there to understand, to sympathize, to empathize, to just be there. Just remember, it's not the end of the world. Even though you feel like it is.
Make sure you're, looking at the actual sources. So for instance, the National Multiple Sclerosis Society has a lot of great information. Just look for things like that has actual information and not doom and gloom of the social media groups.
When you get a doctor, ask questions. There's always questions.
Yeah, there's no dumb questions.
That's what they say. No, really, it's ask questions.
Yep.
That helps. I still learn a lot.
Mm-hmm. His neurologist is
He's a chief of neurology for 3 different hospitals.
Yeah.
And he goes to Europe for all goes overseas to see all the conferences. He's really smart.
Yep. He's written papers and all kinds of stuff. So every time he has an appointment with his doctor, he always has something new. What do you still hope for and look forward to?
Look forward to one day finding a cure. That's what I look forward to. But won't help me any, but I hope it helps the next person. That's what I'm really hoping for.
And then for you personally, traveling.
Yeah, I would love to travel more.
We went on a trip to Barcelona. That was fun.
That was probably one of my favorite trips.
Yeah. So we went to Barcelona, Disney World.
Yep.
We went to Branson, Missouri.
Went on a cruise.
Yep. Cruise to the, I think it was Western Caribbean?
I think you're right.
Yeah. Honduras, Cancun.
No. Was it Cancun?
Yeah, Cancun and,
Cozumel.
oh, Cozumel. And
Milo
Costa Maya.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. That's been a while. Oh, that was only 3 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, if you can go on a cruise, go on.
Yeah. Very accessible.
Yes.
We had a good time. We are often asked how we met, and we met online.
Yes.
And that was about the time that online dating started to become icky, I guess.
Yes.
And hopefully that's going by the wayside, and maybe people are meeting more in person nowadays. But yeah, I don't even remember which one it was.
Yeah, I don't remember.
But I actually emailed him first, which is something that I didn't really do, is emailing men online. But I read his profile, and he was from Washington State, and I had lived in Washington State for a while, so I thought it was something, we could talk about and had in common, among some other things. And he did not email me back immediately.
Oh my God. You really have to put that in there? No, I did not. I was stupid.
But he finally did. And then we've pretty much been together ever since.
Yes.
Yes. So when we had our kids meet for the first time at Cece's Pizza, and we saw how well they all got along, his daughter and my 4 boys, we knew that it would be all right. Everything was going to be good.
Yes.
Then
They all thought we were going to get married anyway.
they would ask us constantly, when are we getting married? When are we getting married? When are we getting married?
Yeah, it was crazy.
So that was fun. And then we did, and it was amazing.
Yes, it is. Not was, is.
It still is. 12 years later.
12.
Yes, 12.
Wow.
Apparently he doesn't know how long we've been together.
Cut that out. I was like doing the Danny. No, not is this name Danny? The guy from Full House.
Full House guy.
Where he does
Gotcha.
cut it out.
All right, well, we hope that this has helped somebody feel a little less alone. And yeah, if you have any questions or want to know something, just comment below, and we will try to get that answered for you.
Yes.
Thank you for being with us. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. We'd love that very much. And if you'd like to hang out with us more and see what we do around here, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button.
Very much so.
Very much so. All right. Bye.
Bye.